Hey.
Hello.
Hey!
This is going to be very interesting. We've got a weird setup here.
It feels like we're together, but we're also divided by a lot of wires.
Yeah.
A big lamp, another lamp, a camera, a laptop. There's a lot going on, and we are in a family home. Not in the usual room.
No.
So it feels very comfortable. I think I'm the most comfortable out of everyone here.
Yeah, you got your feet up, mate.
I've got my feet up. I just got in from work.
Well, I was going to say, the reason you're the most comfortable is because you are the one that has just worked, i.e. someone else also
Are you saying I haven't worked?
Well, this is it. I've watched you work today.
Yeah. I've put in a shift here.
As much of
Careful,
a shift...
because my boss watches this.
Oh, really? And, the only way I could describe the shift you just put in is Jamie Noble, Europa Cup semi-final, heavy, big pressure, pulls it off though. Big man pulls it off.
Oh, he does.
But I think the guy to my right...
Yeah, he puts in hard labour. I sit at keyboards and Joe does the hard grafting.
I'll tell you what though, if someone was watching me do what I did today, I think it would traumatise you a little bit. Like, it's a hell of a day. It's a heck of a day of work today.
Do you want to go into it? Or do you want a therapy session?
Details.
Or do you want...
Not too many details, but there was a lot of issues at work today.
Okay.
But on the plus side, with what I do, what you do, it's very rewarding because we have doggos, and I just broke my heart leaving work just now because there was a little puppy that had just come in today. He was terrified. He was crying all day, got into 2 separate fights in different kennels, ended up with me. And the only time it would relax is when I was holding him, and he was falling asleep.
Oh.
It's a little bit like me. I see it's how relaxes when someone holds me in.
So I had to pop him back down on the floor and leave him in the kennel, which felt terrible. I was so close to bringing him with me today.
Yeah.
I really wish you did, actually. I want more of that.
Logistically, I don't know, because I've already got 3 dogs of my own and a foster dog currently.
Yeah. I was surprised that you didn't bring the new Cav.
The little one. It would have been chaos. You see how hard that was at the weekend?
I think it was all right.
It was a lot of work.
Went for the breeze, mate.
I was tired.
He looked tired. The only thing I'd say is Joe's got 3 dogs, a cat, foster dog.
Yeah.
He's working at the kennels.
Mate.
Bruno, tell me how much responsibility you have.
I have 0 responsibility.
I think I have too much.
And I'm keeping it that way. No, because it's by design. But if you're calling that hard work at the weekend, then I feel like your hard work on your weekdays might be over edging it a little bit. Like if big man rolls in, he might just have a breeze through it,
Yeah, Bruno might enjoy that actually.
Yeah.
I think Bruno is the kind of guy that would thrive. Bruno's the type of guy that would thrive with responsibility. Just his brain won't allow him to have any.
No.
So it's catch-22. It
is very much catch-22, and Bruno is the type of guy when this week it's Scott is the type of guy that would. What's the right word that I'm looking for here?
Careful.
Yeah. Just be careful there, big man.
Have an agenda against an actress.
Oh.
Right. Have a feeling for said actor, right up until the point where they find out that she's an Arsenal fan. I am, of course, talking about Scott was not a fan. Scott is the type of guy that was not a fan of Anne Hathaway until he found out she was a Gooner.
Yeah, so Bruno's the type of guy that will take him forever to get to the point.
Yeah.
But I mean...
Hey, this is long form, baby.
This is long form. I will say this. The gorgeous Anne Hathaway, talented actress, always has been.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of her films, such as...
Batman.
You said Batman? Batman. Is she in Batman?
What is she in Batman, Scott?
She's Catwoman.
Well done.
And I love her in 27 Dresses. And I like her in The Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah. What's her name in Devil Wears Prada?
It is Emily Blunt's friend who sits opposite her.
Yeah, fair.
I watched that for the first time pre this Arsenal discovery.
Right.
I've known about this Arsenal thing a lot longer. So
I know you have, but...
And I still have always loved her.
Until she came vocally.
No, she was pretty vocal, because I don't know who that guy is that she's doing press stuff with.
It's her new film, yeah.
Her new film, yeah. And he's in her WhatsApp group, which is just an Arsenal group.
Yeah.
Which is just her family. So that guy's just in the Hathaways.
How do we get in that?
You can watch Guns on YouTube.
Maybe she's a listener.
Maybe she is a listener. But this week she got a video message from Leandro Trossard.
And pretty big deal.
She was very... It's hilarious. The one time they got it where she goes, who scored? And he goes, Trossard. She goes, I love you. Yeah. It's hilarious that it's Trossard and it wasn't just Saka or someone you'd expect.
Trossard, yeah.
It was Trossard and she loves him. So therefore, Arsenal got Trossard to send her a video message.
Yeah.
I like how big deal these Arsenal players are now, though. Someone like Anne Hathaway, who's probably had multiple accolades.
Oh, she should have all the accolades. She's a fantastic actress.
But that's the most excited I've ever seen her the whole time.
Yeah, if you've seen her acting, she's wooden anyway. So I mean, it's not hard to get her excited.
Hey, I've seen her pretty excited. To be fair,
what does that mean?
Have you seen her in Rap Battle?
Oh,
yeah.
Her one is so good. That's where have a sled.
I don't know. Bruno is right in what he's saying, but he's also very wrong because Bruno's the type of guy that likes to lie.
I don't.
He's a big liar.
I feel like my Scott's the type of guy are far more on the button than the Bruno's the type of guy.
I'd say this. Listen.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you.
All right. Yeah. All right.
We've heard of the Cody lie.
No. Yeah. Cody
lie is the Cody Rhodes, WWE, heavyweight, Universal, undisputed. WWE, I don't know what it is anymore, champion of the world. He's known for something called the Cody lie, which is he lies a lot. And I'm not saying I'm like that. I'm saying that the big man over there in the far end of the room is a bit of a liar. Like, he does like to lie, bless him.
Yeah.
But the Anne Hathaway stuff is actually correct. But I'm so glad to have her on board.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to have her on board.
Part of the family now.
Yeah, mate.
Part of the family.
This is it. She joins the likes of...
Here we go. Let's list all.
No, come on. We've done this before, but we're not
Rihanna.
Rihanna. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. Wow.
Jay-Z.
Beyonce. Osama bin Laden.
Kim K's old clan is part of it, isn't it? As well.
I don't like what you just said.
I'm not sure about the use of the word clan.
Yeah, Kim K clan was a special way of doing that.
I don't know if we can use any of this.
I don't. No, but Arsenal fan.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah. Well, I think we're done with my one.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to bring up was the fact that she was starstruck by Leandro Trossard. Who would you be starstruck by getting a video message from? Because we have a friend who got one from Lee Hendry, and I mean, that was pretty cool.
You like the one that Kia got in the group chat from the
Bob Wilson.
Yeah, Bob Wilson.
That's cool.
He's a friend, though, so he wasn't as starstruck as I would be.
No, that's what I mean, but you're a little bit starstruck.
I thought that was bizarre.
Yeah.
Especially for a man that goes to Tottenham games as a Liverpool fan and supports heavily Tottenham.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that. We'll have to have words.
We might.
But who are you starstruck by?
I think the easy answer for me would probably be
Miranda Lambert. We knew he was going to say it.
Yeah.
Big Miranda Lambert guy.
Heck yeah.
But I'm trying to think back, because back in the day when we went to America and we did all the accesses, were we starstruck going up to them in that scenario?
It's quite rare to be starstruck, though. Like, actually genuinely starstruck.
I'm talking, I want your knees to almost give away.
Okay.
So for you, surely it's Taylor Swift. If you met her in the wild, you're walking down the street, you got your headphones on, you're listening to Lost Prophets, you got your hood up, you walk past Taylor Swift.
Wow.
What happens next?
The National Band of Wales. I think I'd be okay in that situation. I think I'd handle it quite well, because I feel like
legs will be fine.
Do you know?
Throwing up a shocker there, mate.
Honestly, I'm going to be honest. This guy's. I've seen him rattled at the butcher counter. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's thinking all about Taylor Swift. Like, hey girl, hey.
I tell you what, I hope that I'm not. There's a famous TikToker that at Coachella, he was way too scared to go meet her, and it was like he was about 6 feet away, but he was like trembling. Just being in her presence.
That's how I think you would.
I don't feel like I would be.
You know, it's hard to actually be genuinely starstruck. We've met quite a lot of influential people in our time, like going to a lot of WrestleManias.
A lot of presidents, a lot of presidents. Yeah.
Well, we were like 10 feet from Donald Trump once at a WWE event.
True. Like we've been around people. Like I took direction from Steven Spielberg. Like that's
anyway, this guy can shoehorn this in. Yeah, he's an actor. We get it.
That's like bucket list stuff. Like as a kid, if you told me I could take direction, literally eye to eye, as close as Scott is now, and he tells me what to do in the next thing.
Do you know what I want you to do? I want you to walk forward with conviction. I want your eyes to tell me you're sad. I want your mouth to tell me you're pretty.
I do that every day.
That sounds
That's
like
what I said to him.
That's what you said.
I said, Stephen.
Listen here, Stephen. Big Stevie.
I tell you what, we've always said footballers is one of those things that you don't feel like you're going to, I'm talking more in person than like a random cameo. Like, to me in person, a footballer, like you don't often see them in a day-to-day. We bumped into Graham Lasso. Wayne Bridge.
You don't know how many times I've heard this story.
Wayne Bridge. Well, they haven't.
I know.
They haven't.
Oh my God, it's like you just realised what a podcast.
Yeah, you've been around us our whole lives almost.
They haven't.
Is this the last time because now it's to the world? Is this the last time?
It's logged.
The worst part about the Graham Lasso stories that I put out this week. Wayne Bridge is another one we met in the wild. Jamie Redknapp and that really annoying Newcastle manager. Pardew.
Oh, yeah.
And all of them felt a lot weirder to me because we've met wrestlers, and 10, 15 years ago when I met a wrestler, it felt a lot different to now. For example, we've been on shows with Cody Rhodes, people like Justin Gabriel. That was the first one that came to my head.
We know Pretty Deadly pretty well.
We know Pretty Deadly pretty well. They're almost number 4 and 5 in this group.
Yeah.
But
apparently 2 and 4. Isn't it?
They are
3 and 4 or 2 and 4.
What are the official numbers?
It's alphabetical. Yeah, there is 1.
Yeah,
okay.
Of course.
Ovs. Then I am last.
You're 5th, yeah.
Sam is 4th.
Yeah, Joe's 2nd, Lou's 3rd.
Yeah.
Fair. So it's like a Pretty Deadly sandwich.
Yeah.
It is a pretty deadly sandwich, but with wrestlers, I think if I met The Rock, I'd find that pretty out of body.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you come out of body when it starts becoming like idol territory, which I think is why Logan would be such a big one for me.
So Logan Paul.
I understand this because it sounds silly.
It does sound really silly.
It's quite modern and it's quite a new thing.
Yeah, and it's definitely not a good thing for a 35-year-old to like Logan Paul.
It's fine. It's like 'cause I'm 41 and I like Logan Paul. But that it does sound silly. But for me, YouTubers is a big one. Because you watch YouTube more than you watch a lot of things these days. I religiously watch fitness YouTube in the mornings when I have a coffee. So someone like Christian Guzman. If I was to meet him in person, I've been watching him for God knows how long now, every morning of my life.
Yeah, I was going to say, because there's a difference, isn't it? I think if I saw The Rock or John Cena or someone like that in the wild, David Beckham, did you just say respect?
I said that's big.
I
should say respect.
I think Thierry Henry's the pinnacle.
So I've not met Thierry, but I've been within 5 feet of him, and I thought that was mad. But I was young. It was the unbeaten season, and it was a Pompey ground.
Wow! You're the presence of greatness.
Go on, Zoo. Shout out to Mr. Tudor.
Are you just trying to shoehorn in that you earned that Unbeatables Invincible season, and now you're just on the edge of glory here?
Yeah.
That you say, I've been through the thick and thin. Is that what you're trying to?
I was honestly just trying to say that I've been 5 feet from Thierry, but we could talk about that if we want to go deep into the Premier League title race, we can do it right now.
Or are we saving that for tomorrow morning?
We'll save that for tomorrow morning. But the other thing I'm thinking about is, I don't think there's a person in the world that would make me weak at the knees just to meet them. I think it'd be surreal to see, like you said, Logan Paul, John Cena, and Brad Pitt. I'm sure it'd be mad and just weird because you're just so used to seeing them on TV. I don't think there's anyone, is there anything in the world that would bring you to your knees? If you think about it, I've proposed and that felt.
Yeah, you said that you got properly.
I don't get nervous in those. I'm a pretty nervous guy. I get nervous just walking down the stairs. But, as far as we wrestled, room full of people in your pants, it kind of gets rid of a lot of it. And, when you're with someone for that long, you've kind of spoke about anything, so it's not really a different conversation. But for whatever reason, something in your brain does something weird. And in my head, I was like, I'll set the camera up, I'll do these things, and I did. And then when it came to it, I was like, and my jaw was gone, my knees were, I just dropped to my knees, basically.
I feel like
it's a horrible situation for everyone.
I live my life 24/7 like that, so.
Yeah, it's weird though. When you get that real hot feeling, oh God, I don't think there's a person that would just make me oh.
I think I bet I'd get more starstruck over Hayley Williams than
Hayley
Wow.
Williams. Wow, that's
Taylor
really
Swift,
cool.
potentially.
Well, that's deep. That's deep root. That's years of following.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you think you've been watching One Tree for how long? So, you know, if she's been with Nathan that long, think how long you've been watching her. I'll let that one sit.
Yeah.
I'll let that one sit.
Yeah.
Hayley Williams is the one that might make you go, ha ha.
Potentially, yeah. I think she was like, she was the one, you know?
She's the one.
You know?
She'll be with you.
Well,
No,
I think
but it's
what you
like-
say, like if something's that deep in your soul, like it clearly is, like you can't explain it. It just happens. Like for me, James Hetfield would blow my mind.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like that's not a real human
Yeah.
in my head.
Yeah, that's definitely not. That's not a real human at all. I don't know. I just don't think there's many that would make me feel any sort of way.
Yeah.
I think if I met the dog from Beethoven,
Yeah.
that'd be sweet. And I mean,
Who, I was going to say, should we try and speak for Sam and Lou and think who they would get starstruck by? Because, hey, some of the stuff that went down in the group chat of the people that they've spoken to on certain occasions have blown my mind. So
yeah, they didn't seem to blow their mind.
Their day-to-day life is unreal now. Like
Yeah.
So I wonder, I reckon if Sam, definitely, I think probably Matty from the 1975 potentially.
Yeah.
I think
Matty
that's
Willis,
a new one.
Yeah,
I
Willis,
don't think is he Matty Willis?
Yeah, he's married to Emma.
Hey, I would get Starstruck from
That's
Matty
a real
Willis.
artist.
That is
Yeah,
proper.
That's a real talent.
Proper. I bet he doesn't own a typewriter as well.
I don't understand that reference, but I definitely like it.
That's a Matt Healy reference.
Yeah.
Is it Matt Healy? I saw him get asked about Taylor's diss track.
Yeah, he handled that pretty well, to be fair.
I thought it was a very well done. I mean,
Yeah.
he's obviously an idiot, but I mean, the way in which he took that, I thought
Yeah.
was quite. He was like, diss track. He's like, no, I'm sure it's brilliant now.
He's just
And I was like,
yeah. He's it's funny because you're not allowed to smoke in arenas, are you? Unless you're acting.
Yeah.
So he made his like a thing, the 1975 set, and an act, a play. So it was like I'm playing a part.
Oh,
playing in
wow.
that.
Is that how our truth got away with it?
Maybe.
I don't know, but yeah, I think for Lou, I think potentially like LeBron.
Yeah.
I think he'd freak out.
LeBron. What about Jared Bowen?
Jared Bowen, I think he'd freak out. David Moyes, I think, would be up there. I think Jovino,
Yeah.
if he could run into that forward. I mean,
LeBron would be a
from
big
TikTok
one.
as well. We've been told that Joe and I are turning into Jovino with our forwards.
Yeah, we
So,
get
I
our
mean,
comments on our
Yeah, our five head. Is it
Hey,
called?
mate, that's good.
Yeah, well, and McPartlin's got a big forehead, and they do say the bigger the forehead, the bigger the talent.
Yeah.
And when I say talent, I mean that's what they're saying. Have you noticed that we're matching?
Yeah,
you're kind of blending into the wardrobe as well.
This was our plan. Like we tend to, we were twins. So what we do is we'll kind of synergy, come up with something in our head. If today was, I feel like the first thing I saw when I woke up was a chameleon.
Yeah.
And I was like, I shook my head like that, and I just thought, I don't understand. Speak to me more.
Yeah, what are you trying to tell me?
And then obviously, as the day's gone on, Joe's probably seen this chameleon.
Yeah.
And, I don't even understand it, but we just,
done it,
in the same outfit. But we even blended into our background.
Blended into the background. It's like you've woken up and you're like, what am I having for tea tonight? What do I want to put first on my hot dogs? Mustard.
Yeah. I didn't know you were going with that because I was thinking about what we were actually eating. No, we're us three having a spag bowl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Peppercorn boys, as always, will be putting the peppercorn sauce on our spag bowl.
Yeah.
If you want a proper spag bowl,
You put peppercorn sauce with absolutely everything.
And that's coming from a chef.
that guy's a Michelin star chef. He's trained to Michelin star level.
And if he says you put peppercorn sauce on anything, it's true.
I have no reason to disagree. Do you know what I mean?
Would he lie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, you agree.
Well, that's not lying then.
Yeah.
So that proves he's not a liar.
Did pull the old Uno Reverso.
Yeah.
The Bruno Reverso.
Yeah, Bruno Reverso. It's like Blazing Squad.
There we go.
I don't know what that reference was, but I think it's in there somewhere. Didn't they have a song where it was like
No.
turn around and back up or something?
Probably.
You've gone way too much into
Sounds
Blazing
right.
Squad.
Sounds right.
That sounds right.
Cross-
Turn around
Crossroads is
and
it.
back up.
Reverse it.
Doesn't sound like a lyric I'd write.
No.
Bro, sing that Missy Elliott song where she says that. Just try it once. Just don't even think about it. Just Go loud, go proud, and just see. Yeah.
What is she saying there, like, what do you reckon she's saying?
She's saying it, flip it, back it up, and reverse it, but she's saying it's in reverse, so she's not actually saying it.
Shut up.
That's what it is.
That's legit.
They just reverse. Honestly, cap.
No cap.
No, is it no cap?
Why?
Did I get it wrong?
Hey, Deadass is before cap, all right.
Weirdly, by doing what you just did, you've led me to something I had in my head to say on this.
All right.
So, shout out to the Lawrence brothers.
I wasn't expecting that. Ali and Hugo.
And if you don't enjoy the Lawrence brothers, go check them out. They're doing some good stuff on social media.
Yeah, I feel like I need to. I have no idea who these people are.
Yeah, can I just...
Yeah.
I need to freshen up, because he's not going to understand what's
It's a
going on.
90s reference, yeah.
The Lawrence brothers, Joey Lawrence. Name the other two.
Matt
and Taylor.
Taylor.
Sounds right. They did...
They sang Umbop.
No way.
No.
I feel so bad.
No. This is really... You're not doing this, are you?
What?
This is... Now you're throwing me. This is... Joey Lawrence is from Blossom. Whoa. And he's from Melissa and Joey.
Okay.
And he's from...
The good-looking
Dancing
guy.
with the Stars.
The other brother is from Tucker. The other brother is from Boy Meets World.
Oh, wow.
You know, they were in a program called Brotherly Love in Philadelphia.
They go deep. I haven't seen that one.
And they have a very good podcast.
They have a very good... Edge was on about a year ago.
Listen.
How long until we can get Edge on this one?
Ooh. Oh, well, with our connections now.
Old Adam.
You never know.
Mr. Cope.
Uncle Adam.
Yeah.
I say a shout out to his plank, Pure Plank.
Yeah.
It's a very good.
You should definitely go online and check out Edge planking. Yeah, they brought it up the other day, the Michael Jackson song. I can't remember exactly what song it is, but the one where he goes, Mama say, Mama say, Mama say, Mama say.
I know that one.
He's actually saying stuff.
Yeah.
He's saying, Mama said, Mama's do, Mama's...
Well, that's pretty much what they thought.
You're a lyricist. You're saying stuff at all times.
Yeah, but with Michael Jackson, you never know, because he's like, oh! Like, there's a lot of noises. Ah!
Yeah, he's saying, oh, just in a different pitch.
Oh!
What's he saying, do you know?
I'm going to say it one more time, I'm not going to stop.
There you go, yeah.
I'm going to say it one more time, I'm not going to stop.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
Don't know why, but the minute you sang it like that, it sounded like Justin Timberlake.
It does sound like Justin Timberlake.
Because he's always singing stuff like
Justin Blake?
But they brought this up, and it blew their minds. It blew my mind when I saw it. So you saying what you said a minute ago about that Missy Elliott song, weirdly, I had that in my head to talk about. And it led us here.
If that Missy Elliott thing is true, and she's singing it in reverse, that would be mental.
It's true. It's not if it's true, it's a 100% fact. She says, I don't know what she said, but she says, flip it and reverse it.
Backwards.
Yeah, it's just it backwards.
Okay.
You just look like the prototype.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Laser lads are something you always know. Laser lads, yeah. It's the prototype, right?
Yeah, right.
Old school. OVW.
OVW.
Right.
Bruno, quickly review the Taylor Swift album before we move into Peppercorns.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Oh, I watched...
That's why I asked you not to.
Yeah.
I need to hear it.
I was going to bring something up. So the Tortured Poets Society, is that what it's called?
Great band.
No, it's not. It's not called that. I'm changing that. It's the Tortured Poets... Why
Guys,
have I forgot? Oh,
I'm going to bring
God.
this up constantly to the end of the episode, so you cannot edit this. Go on, fish for it.
The Tortured Poet Department.
That's rubbish.
That's
Your one was better.
That's a weird word.
Your one was better.
Department?
Is it department?
It's like a postal
Sorry,
service.
can you look it up on your phone?
I will.
The
But I watched... this is bad. I need to give my Taylor Swift card back.
We only watched the Eras tour.
My Swiftie. Yeah, I'm not watching it until I watch it in person.
Taylor Swift card?
Yeah, the Swifties
Is that like
card.
the Nando
My
Black card?
Swifties membership. Like, it's quite an expensive amount per month. So.
I don't reckon I have this.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But on the way up here, I killed 2 hours of time.
I thought you were about to say 2 hours. I was going to be like, you livid.
I think they're protected, mate.
2 hours of my
Journey.
4-hour journey that it turned out to be, listening to the anthology version of that.
Is that the two?
So
two
this
parts,
is it's basically 30 songs.
She has a lot more albums.
Go to high.
She has there it is.
And
the Tortured Poets Department.
That is apparently, through the grapevine, what Matt Healy's group chat used to be called.
Oh my goodness.
Boys only group chat used to be called.
Is this all like hearsay though?
I don't know. It could be, but it's like it's theory.
Why does she hate Matt Healy particularly? Didn't she know that Joe guy forever?
Joe Alwyn's in in
Poor
that
guy.
as well.
He really took
Or it could have been Joe's. It was one of her.
I don't think I went out with Taylor Swift.
It was a boys only group chat name, and
Was it called the Peppercorns?
And I'm thinking, yeah, how cool would it be one day
The Taylor Swift.
that we could like.
I'll say what could happen is Vanessa Hudgens could very much have one.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
So yeah, it's good. It's a little bit slow for me, but there are some absolute fantastic songs on that album.
What's your favourite song?
He says High School.
I do like it though. Shut up.
I didn't roll my eyes.
Shut up.
She has a song called Fortnite.
She does.
It's got Posty in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is, yeah. I can't make that decision yet on what my favourite one is.
It sounds a bit mossy like that other Drosh.
No, it's not as...
It's like Florence and the
Evermore.
Machine if
It's
she
not
just
like
didn't
that.
know what was going on.
What's Down Bad like?
I don't know them. I've only listened to it a couple times, like thingy.
I don't know the name of that one.
What about My Boy Only Breaks His Favourite Toys?
Yeah. Some of these names are... But Daddy, I Love Him.
Oh,
That's a good song.
Fresh Out of Slammer. That's cool.
Florida with 3 exclamation marks.
With the queen of what she's trying to do.
The
Florence and
Alchemist.
Machine.
The Alchemist is good.
What, the Bring Me the Horizon one?
Thank you, Amy is good.
Please tell me that's got Amy Lee in it.
It's 2 albums.
No, you made that joke 2 weeks in a row, mate.
Who, Amy Lee? I just didn't know her name last time. I said a woman from Venice. I've learned it. I've gone away and learned it. Peter is a trash name.
I look in people's windows.
I'll say this. Before we move on, well, we are going to move on.
Yeah, we are, yeah.
I was in Chili's, as I mentioned, with the Peppercorns, 3 and 4. And we were with Little Red. And we had a server who was called Ronald. And he called himself Ron. And we asked
Ron!
Yeah, we asked if we could call him Ronnie. And he was like, yeah, you could call us anything.
Why did you ask to call him Ronnie?
Just because he was saying he did mention he didn't like his name.
Okay.
And he said Ronald, McDonald, things like that when I was growing up. So, yeah, and we said Ronnie's cool. And we were like, Kieran's nephew, I think, is called Ronnie. And then, it carried
Shy Ronnie.
And as time went on, we were like, people used to call people Peter. And that was trash. And we went on for a bit about how bad that name is. Like, Peter's a rough name.
Well, some names have died out.
But here's the worst part. When I got back to the hotel, Little Red looked at me and said, my middle name's Peter.
Did you not know?
I wasn't thinking at the time.
So
I wasn't thinking about his government names in there. We were just Peppercorns the 3, 4, or 5.
So you were making a joke at Little Red's expense in front of your famous friends. Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
And since then, Little Red hasn't listened to this podcast.
Oh no,
he hasn't, has he?
He hasn't said a thing.
Unless he's just not getting offended enough.
But he's not. But he's biting his tongue, or he's not listening.
Yeah,
I think he's forgotten.
What if he's removed Peter from his name?
I don't think he will.
No, but Pete sounds cool.
Pete's
a good name.
But I stop at Pete Dune.
I tell you what's not a good name. Gary.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Good name for a dog, though.
It's a great
I think Richard is dying out too.
Why is that?
Because he's a dick.
Yeah. I think we should get some pepper and corn.
Yeah.
Has anyone got one that needs to go first, particularly because it's trash?
Yeah, go on.
Wow. Joe, if
I thought about this on the way over.
I swear to God, if this is something over something instead of
yes or no
just a certain yes or no like thing, I'm gonna bust. Because last week I told you, I made it very clear to you that you were going to get the overlay for that image. And did you get the overlay for that image? No.
I don't know if this one is that or not.
Okay.
How do you not?
Let's say.
How do you not know? Go on then. Let's have a go.
Pepper corn it. Working smart.
All right.
Well, Bruno did that today. His bosses should know that.
Work smart, not hard.
Yeah.
Because we've always been brought up to work hard. Not smart.
Yeah.
I don't think we had that. I think that's hard. I don't think it's not smart. I think we've worked hard.
Yeah, but I think, no, I'm saying it as a good thing.
We valued it higher than...
That's what I mean. Like, we were brought up to work until you drop, basically. And that's it. Then you go again. Which I appreciate. But as I get older, I'm starting to notice that working smarter is a little bit better.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm pepper recording it yet, but I'm noticing with
So
age.
you bought something out to pepper or corn, and you sat on the fence.
No, I have got an answer
okay,
to this,
all right.
but I'm just giving both sides.
Okay.
Like with my age, working smart, definitely smart. But
Cool.
I'll answer that once we get to it.
I don't find like digging a hole particularly horrific, but it's hard work. Bruno, if you've ever touched his hands, you know he's never done anything in a day in his life.
How dare you?
In a physical sense. But what Bruno will do is make hard work of very simple things.
The annoying thing is,
you know this true.
I can't actually argue with that. So I don't make things harder. I think I make things too complicated.
Yeah, but
than they need to be. Is that what you just? You just say that.
Yeah, you're trying to gaslight me, but I understand. I'll say this: there's a way of making a coffee. Here's a couple of ideas. You get a spoon, you get a mug, you get some granules, boom, a couple of spoons, bit of water, we're done. We're out of the room. There's another way of doing it. You can get a cafetiere, a couple of pouches or powders, boom, drink your coffee. Brilliant. Explain the process of making a coffee.
My process of making a coffee. I have an espresso machine, so it's a little bit different. I just elevated my game. So
an espresso machine. Did you say an espresso machine?
No, an espresso.
I was going to say, because that goes against everything I'd expect from him to make coffee is an espresso machine.
Nah.
Yeah. I think Little Red's got an espresso, so I think we should keep it quick.
I like espresso, but I'm just saying for Bruno, who is a coffee connoisseur, I can't imagine him just popping a pod in and letting it drip.
Nah.
That's not what you do.
No, and it's not even that high a level. It's a DeLonghi. Is it DeLonghi? No, it's not. It's a Sage espresso machine with the steam wand. No. So I weigh my beans. So 18 grams of coffee, 18 grams of whole beans.
We're going to do this like a race, by the way. Carry on.
18 grams of whole beans into my grinder. Espresso grind.
I'm going to put a little bit of milk in mine.
And then distribute the grounds.
Don't spill it. Let's go. And I've just sat down with my coffee.
Yeah.
Where are you at?
I'm just about to tamp my espresso, and then put it in. Double shot of espresso out. Steam the milk to 65 degrees, and a little nice bit of latte art, and here we go. Bob's your uncle, flat white, done. I can charge about £7 in London for a flat white.
Good, and that sounded incredible. And I want one right now.
I think it's the best coffee I've ever had. I'm just saying, he makes things a little bit longer than they need to be. Do you know what I mean?
I can't imagine where I'd fit that in.
That isn't making things harder than they need to be.
No.
I just enjoy the process of making
You're making
coffee,
things better than they should be.
And I want it to a higher quality rather than...
And you should always do that. Keep hold of that, Bruno.
Yeah.
Don't lose that.
Don't you sound like Kieran?
Right, thanks, Daddy.
Is that your favourite song of the album?
Yeah.
Thanks, Daddy.
Is that what it's called? Thanks, Daddy?
No, because there is an art to that. Like taking time in your day to enjoy something you love, going through the process. That's fantastic.
I love watching him take a compliment. He doesn't know what to do. His face, he's up.
Yeah. Don't lose that.
No.
No, don't lose that. He looks away.
Well, talk to your brother then.
Yeah. Nah. You said during that coffee, at some point you started tamping.
Yeah. Fuming?
Tamping.
Crazy.
Whatever Asian. Do you know how to tamp cement?
I feel like I've got that in my blood. Don't you dare.
I'm just...
That...
I 100% know you have it in your blood.
Yeah. It's there.
It's there.
I'm actually generally... Because I was brought up and I've, seen my dad been in the construction and building trade his whole life. And then I think I was brought up with that sort of thing because I used to build stuff with Lego and Connects, ridiculous stuff. Okay? So I've always been creative in that point and wanting. And I actually love the idea of woodwork, of building work, of things. I just haven't had the need to do it yet.
That's fine.
If I come into some money and I get some property development kind of stuff, mate, I'll do exactly what you did, all right?
I'm going to throw another compliment at him. Stop it. I feel like even though he hasn't done these things necessarily, I reckon he does have it in him.
I think he'd have it in him. I think he'd screw the floor over 6 to 8 weeks. And I think in that time he'd try and engineer a piece of kit that would do it quicker.
Nah.
And at the end of it, realise, I got to quickly tamp this now. But he'll have it in half distribution, the bit of kit he's tried to make it. That's what I'm saying. I reckon you're the middleman.
Potentially.
I go, Bruno, how do I make this, wallpaper stick? He goes, I'll make you a piece of machinery that'll make it stick.
Yeah.
So no, could you just stick it? I'll make you a piece of kit.
Yeah.
That's right.
It could be.
The world needs a bit of both.
Yes. Well, 100%. If that musky guy, what's his name?
Do you want to swap chat? Joe's way too comfy at the moment.
I just don't know if my head's out of it if I'm here.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, all right. If we didn't have that musky lad that owns Twitter, I mean, he's doing a lot that I think is probably not tamping the screen. Do you know what I mean? So I think we do need the mix. I just think Bruno's halfway to doing the mix of both of them. Do you know what I mean?
Could be, yeah.
He's doing a little dance between the two.
I think if you could ask anyone over 60 to watch him work, this guy is the king of working smart.
Oh, for sure.
In a way, yeah. I could get a couple of guests on here that would absolutely back up your way of things that I way overcomplicate things than they need to be for the way of I think it could be smarter. But I'm doing it for things that just don't need it. You just need to just put the graft in.
That's what
I have done that grunt work, even with the type of work that I'm in now, office work. I've done the grunt work of data administration type thing, and that is just a waste of time. I'd rather find a way to bulk upload. No. He knows. He knows, and the business knows, and that's why how businesses grow is by automating those
100%.
those things into certain, because then it frees up time to actually do the.
Well, you don't really see people doing that. You see the end product of what someone might be doing now, and it looks like they're not doing a lot.
Yeah.
But you had to do a lot to get to the position where you don't look like you're doing a lot.
Well, I muck about with Bruno where I said that, but anytime anyone's ever said to me didn't you not do anything or so, I was like, well, no, but he's also worked to get to the point where he not can't do anything, but he makes something that I couldn't do look easy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's half the battle.
That is the massive thing, is making something look easy.
Yeah.
Also can make you look lazy, because we have this issue.
Yeah.
All of our lives we've been told we don't do anything, but we do more than everyone. But the problem is we laugh and smile and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to walk around with a poo-poo face to make people know you're doing that.
Well, that's why people do it. People walk around with a poo-poo face complaining because it lets people know that they're busy.
Yeah, and I think we kind of laugh and joke and walk around and laugh. And everyone's like, oh, they don't do anything. It's always laughing. It's like, well, we've already done the work, but we enjoyed it because we had each other. And obviously we finished each other's sandwiches. So I'm going to...
You have to be on that line because you're Mr. Hard Work, mate.
I'm going to hardcore smart working.
Okay. I'm gonna pepper smart working.
I'm gonna lightly corn it as a slightly older person now. I'm gonna say I like the idea of working slightly smarter, but I think there is something beautiful about when you work so hard that you drop, and that feeling of that earning feeling, where you feel you earned the day physically. It's so beautiful.
I think as well, if we ask you in 5 years, as you get older, you might be on the fence. Then you're slightly peppered. Then you're heavy peppered.
Yeah.
The question I have for you, Bryn, is I've always wondered this because we're brought up with a lot of physical work. I found now I'm in a world where I do less physical work and more computery stuff and stuff that I don't feel if I was making 10 grand on this podcast, that's all I did, I wouldn't feel good going to bed at night. I would
really nice, comfy, expensive bed.
Yeah. No, I would struggle because if I hadn't exerted myself.
Yeah.
Because I've done it where I have made money and I've not been as physical. And I've had to almost go out of my way to, go dig a hole or something. Working out is a lot of the reason you can do it. But that physicality, recently Lissy asked me what I got done in the day with, and she was like, how did you do that all in one day? None of it was in a physical sense. It was just all kind of stuff that had to be done. Yeah. And some of it was physical, but not enough. And at the end of the day, I couldn't sleep or anything. I was like, I haven't exerted myself. I didn't feel fulfilled.
Yeah.
Which, can you feel fulfilled?
Anyway, well, my sleep patterns are terrible, so maybe that's why. But
that's why people call it sleep patterns. No,
there is stuff to that for sure.
Yeah, it's weird. Is it the way you brought up, or is it a physical thing, do you reckon?
No, it's not the way that you brought up. I think it is a physical thing. Whether
we gather wood,
it depends. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think responsibility comes into that. So when you start having children and stuff like that. You don't have time to you earn it every day, and when you don't earn it in a day, if that's so lucky that you haven't, then you take that as sort of a blessing.
After a day, I can't wait to go to sleep.
Yeah, so I think
that's what I'm saying. If you made the same amount of money, but you didn't have to do that physical part, that sleep will come obviously. But do you kind of there's a deep feeling I have sometimes where I'm like, I haven't earned the day, even if I've earned the day in a different sense. It's weird.
I don't know. I sleep pretty soundly, mate.
Pepper or cornet?
Yeah.
This is mine.
Wow.
Jelly. Ooh. I think it's a delightful little treat that has got low calories and it's full of fruit and sugars. And I don't know. I have some really good memories with jelly.
I have some fantastic memories of jelly.
Yeah, jelly with a little bit of whipped cream on it from school, and then you have a little jelly tot on top.
And some hundreds of thousands.
Or when you go to your grandparents, and it's the jelly and the Angel Delight combo.
Oh, Angel Delight!
Yeah, can't stand Angel Delight. I don't know that
Butterscotch Angel Delight is.
Oh, I've heard that coming up a lot.
I'm a strawberry guy.
I'm actually a lime jelly guy. Lemon and lime jelly is beautiful. It's so good.
I think growing up, I used to buy the little cubes. We used to do it. We used to put them in the bowl and we put the hot water in the fridge.
I've definitely eaten my fair share of just cubes.
I was going to say this. People do that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good now I think about it. I used to do it.
100%.
It's just
a lot.
still, isn't it?
It's gelatin, but it's pure gelatin as opposed to you're diluting it. It's like I guess
you're still digesting the same thing.
Yeah, but I guess it's the same as like drinking direct Ribena or something.
Yeah.
I did that once. I drank a whole bottle thinking, God, they made this strong, but they put it in a different bowl. And at the end of it, I was
much because that Ribena from concentrate is
it's mad. Honestly, I was like, I was pretty much finished it. And I was like, God, you made that too strong, and I'm like, because we haven't made it yet. And I was like, I think jelly's a really cool thing. I think it's really smart. I think it really works for me.
It does. And obviously being a Michelin star chef, like I've taken the gelatin part of it into other aspects.
That's what I was going to ask. What fancy things can you do with jelly other than just having jelly?
No, so it can be used in starters, so you can sort of make clear gelatin glaze kind of thing and cover things up. So you can, like a vegetable thing, you can actually put like a dome of jelly like in it and kind of set it. And it's like a savory type jelly type thing.
Okay.
It sets things like cheesecakes. It sets things like anything that you make white chocolate with, because white chocolate, once you melt it, doesn't really step back or have that same thingy. So you have to kind of do it with something else.
Oh, wow.
It helps.
So I'm going wrong with my cheesecake. My cheesecake was right, but that was
it does it to a certain point. If you go too far, then you need to actually set it with something. So
my favourite jelly is a pork pie jelly. I'll go in and collect as much of that as I can and just eat that.
That as well. Yeah.
That's the only part of a pork pie I don't like. It makes me gag.
Yeah, I don't like the jelly part of the pork pie either.
Yeah, I like to collect them.
Yeah.
In a bowl, and then I'll just eat that bowl.
Oh.
Yeah. No, there is. Yeah, it's stuff like that. It's a good that kind of thing is to make it so it doesn't stick to the pastry make thingy. So it is. Yeah.
I'm gonna heavy pepper jelly because I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm heavy pepper and jelly.
I'll get heavy pepper as well.
Yeah, I think it's just fantastic.
Although I never pepper my jelly. Like
I always put peppercorn sauce on it. Bruno, what's yours?
My pepper or cornet. You're not gonna believe this. I've gone blank.
Oh, you gotta come up on the fly.
I've actually gone blank of what I wanted to do.
Have you got anything on the corner? I look around the room, mate.
Pick something. It could be anything.
No,
this is fun.
Yeah.
It could be anything.
No, I want to try and remember what I had.
Of course, you want to overcomplicate it.
No, but
work smart.
What was it?
I
need to start writing these down really badly.
I hope it's not that noise.
I'd pepper that noise.
Yeah.
That'd be great ASMR through the headphones.
The way he's moaning like that, I thought it was a new Swiftie album.
Pepper or cornet ASMR.
Oh yeah, well I would probably pepper it. I think it's really cool sound. I think it's really cool sounds. He's never going to get it, so we might as well send the show here. You can obviously watch us on YouTube.
Talking, yeah. I want to know, to be fair, actually, we moved on earlier. What were we talking about earlier in the podcast?
I can surmise it for you really quickly.
Yeah, please.
Anne Hathaway, You're Lazy. Your boss listens to this. Taylor Swift's album.
Lawrence Brothers.
And then...
Doggos.
Oh, who we'd get...
Is this actually
who we'd get jelly... knees
Oh yeah.
from if we met. I want to know down in the comments who they would get.
Jelly knees for.
Yeah, jelly knees for, or however.
Throw a little jello on them.
However,
And if it's us, we'll give you a shout out next week.
but yeah, we will. I can't. We'll set up a meet and greet.
Big one.
Oh.
What was that peppercorn corner? Oh my god!
Don't rack your brain. I don't need to work too hard.
Genuinely, it's so annoying. There's so much stuff going through my brain.
That's the opposite problem I have. Yeah.
Once I make my move, I think it's because of that.
It's because I told him to do the Scott's type of guy.
Yeah, you've given me too much.
Yeah, it was one too many.
It's not when you let me take shine and that. Like I end up forgetting.
That's it. He's got no back end. You can obviously watch us on YouTube at the Peppercorn Boys, youtube.com/the Peppercorn Boys, and we're also on TikTok, the Peppercorn Boys. And you can also listen to the show on iTunes, Spotify, and now Amazon Music.
Yeah,
that is the newest and coolest place to download your podcast. Give us a 5-star review across the board on all of those. Let your friends know. That'll be fantastic for us and our listeners. And I'm turning into Goldbridge because that's a goal. Yes, he's done it. He's got those teeth, hasn't he? Those bottom row teeth.
Yeah.
Peppercorn and sharks. What do we think?
Heavy pepper.
Heavy pepper unless I'm in the sea with them.
All right. What do we think? Tents. Heavy pepper.
Tents? Yeah, it depends. If it's a festival, yeah.
I'm corning now.
Corning, okay. What else we got? Caravans?
I like
can we change that to RVs and I'll heavy pepper that?
Okay. What, a solid, like a proper caravan? Like, the ones you drag along. I like a caravan.
Yeah. Photosynthesis? What do you think?
Very important.
Heavy pepper.
Yeah, heavy pepper. I think.
Yeah.
Heavy pepper. And when I think of photosynthesis, I always think of a very small ant walking on a leaf, and I don't know why. And all the veins are like throbbing in the leaf.
I just think of those videos where it's like the sunlight and it's like the plant that goes from the bud into a leaf, and like that's what I think of.
Stuff. That's epic stuff. Nature.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what we could talk about next week, Bruno.
Yeah.
That game we just played.
That was a good game.
It took about 8 hours of our lives, about £7.99 of Bruno's debit account.
Okay. Yeah, that was £7.99 well spent. I don't think we need to wait a week. I think we can do that. Pepper or corn it. 12 hours.
Okay, so 12 hours.
12 minutes. 12 minutes.
12 hours is how long this podcast is.
Yeah.
We got a game called 12 Minutes yesterday because we didn't want to pass time, but we wanted something to get stuck into because back in the day we had Headhunter, we had a bit of cricket, we put some Backstreet Boys on the Coca-Cola CD player, and we just settle in and just talk about feelings and that. Bruno would be like, "Oh, I like Ellie Smith, or Amy Tullen. Oh, look up these people." But what we did was it takes around 6 or 7 hours of your life, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. But I think that's money well spent for that.
Yeah. Do you remember the 11th Hour on PC?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that. We played that in like 99. It's a bird's eye view of essentially a crime scene. An officer. I don't want to give it away because if you want to download it, it's on PlayStation Store. And places. It's bird's eye view. It's a room. There's a bedroom. There's a cupboard. There's a kitchen, and your wife is there, and you have to kind of live the same 11 minutes repeatedly.
You talk about Sims?
No, until you figure out the kind of
you stop the mystery and you stop the loop, basically.
Stop the loop. You got to get enough information and evidence throughout the time.
What is the same game every time?
Yeah, so you're the only person, your main character is the only person that remembers what's been going on. So every single time that it restarts, you have to do certain things to make sure that...
So you can go pick up the knife, you can pick up the mug, you can put medicines in it. This has been so in-depth in our brain.
Yeah, I've never seen someone so fixated on picking up a knife every single go.
You get hit by it, he dies, he goes, "Oh," and he goes, "Oh, I'm back," and then I just instantly walk and grab the knife, put it in my pocket. Because you can hold a little inventory, you can pick up fake candles, you can get in events, you can do all sorts.
Wow.
It's a really good game though. If you and Lisa want to have a fun evening.
That sounds good.
Get a PlayStation, look up, it's $7.99. It's a quick download if you're in
12 minutes, yeah.
And really good. What's it called?
12 minutes.
12 minutes. Is it a one-time game?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm going to show you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's once you complete it, you've completed it.
Or you can't go back and it's something new.
No,
but it changes every single time, so it's a bit of a mystery. I'll say this: I'm going to heavy pepper. It gets
deep.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good game.
I'm properly heavy peppering it. I've already recommended it.
I haven't even seen it on heavy pepper in it.
Yeah, heavy pepper. I'll say this: the voices they got on there are quite impressive.
Yeah, they are. William Dafoe
is his dad.
James McAvoy.
What? As you.
Me?
And,
Not just you, everyone.
And Daisy Ridley.
Who's that?
From Star Wars fame.
Oh.
The new trilogy.
Oh, okay.
She's Rey in the new Star Wars.
Okay. Honestly, a really good game. One of the best games I've played in a while.
Yeah, that was good. That was
really enjoyed it. We probably should have live streamed that or something.
Yeah, we could have.
Can we stop this now so I can see it?
You can go see it. I will show you it.
All right, we're done. I will next week. I'll tell you what this pepper and cornet was.
Bruno has to come with 3 pepper and cornets.
I was struggling.
We don't have any.
I was struggling as it is. Anyway, I was scraping the barrel for it because, I couldn't quite say like Stagecoach that happened this weekend, the country version of Coachella, because it's too much. It happened, I think.
That's good.
Happened. It did.
Okay. I don't think we should end this with our usual ending.
No, I think
because we're all in person. I think it's really nice. I think it should be you, Bruno.